guys, this is Timlin. Today we're going to learn our first jazz standard, and the first jazz standard you probably are going to learn from anyone, or the first tune everyone's going to tell you to learn first is There Will Never Be Another You. Today I'm going to explain ways on how to memorize tunes, how to practice learning a jazz standard, and we're going to go through a step-by-step process. So the first thing you want to do is know the chord changes, and the way to understand chord changes on There Will Never Be Another You is to understand the movement of the chords through Roman numerals. We're going to talk in tenor key. So it's in R, F. So it starts on the 1 chord for 2 bars, okay? So after that, you have this harmonic minor sound, which is basically from the E half diminished 7, A7 flat 9. That's a minor 2-5 going to D minor. D minor is the 6th minor, is the relative minor. So it's the same notes as F major chord, but it's just starting on D. After that, you have a cadence going, a 2-5 going to the 4 chord, which is very common in jazz, is you either go to 6 minor or 4. And in this case, you first go to 6 minor. So it starts on 1, then you have a 2-5 going to 6 minor, and then you have a 2-5 going to the 4 chord. After the 4 chord, you go up a 4th again, which is E flat. E flat is the flat 7 of F. So flat 7 going to F, back to 1, is called a backdoor cadence, which is a way for you to return home, back to the home key. And then once you are back home in F again, you're going to go back to the relative minor for 1 bar, which is D minor 7. And then after that, you're going to go up a 4th, which is G7. And G7 is interesting because it's not G minor 7, it's a 2 chord that functions as a dominant. So we're going to call this 2 dominant, or also known as a non-functioning dominant chord, which means it's basically a dominant chord that does not act as a 5. Instead, you see this in a lot of jazz standards where it's a chord that gets you to the minor 2, then to the 5, then back to 1. So after the 2 dominant chord, you go back to G minor 7, C dominant 7, another 2-5 back to 1. And then the tune repeats itself again. You go 1, 1, minor 2-5 to 6 minor, 2-5 to 4, up a 4th to flat 7, back to 1. And then now you have this little turnaround here is B half diminished 7, E7, which is like 4 and 7, back to 1, and then you go up a 4th, B7, and then over here you have a cadence, is 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So you go 1, 4, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, back to 1. So it's a very easy tune actually, but you have to understand just how the chords move. And then now that you've understood how the chords move, the next step is to understand what you can play on each chord. So there's a lot of options, but I'm going to give you the basic options. Like on F major 7, you can play the major scale, F major scale, or you could play major pentatonic, which is 1, 2, 3, 5. You could play like a C pentatonic, you know, because that gets you away from the avoid note, which is B flat. And then on E half diminished 7, A7 flat 9 to 6 minor to your D minor, you can play a lot of different stuff there. But what you basically need to outline there is the harmonic minor sound of the flat 9 on A7, which is B flat. So on A7 flat 9, you could play half step up melodic minor, or a scale that works over those entire 2 bars is a D harmonic minor scale. And then the next thing is another 2-5 back to 4, and then after that you go up a 4th, and it's the flat 7. So on flat 7 you can play up a 5th melodic minor scale. In this case you could play B flat melodic minor scale, which gives you the sounds, tensions that help you resolve back to 1. So flat 7 is going to 1, the backdoor cadence is a way for you to return back home. And then you go back to 6 minor again, and then on 2 dominant, the G7, you would play Lydian dominant, which is sharp 11 scale, which is G, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F. And that will outline the sharp 11 sound, Lydian dominant scale. And then after that, you have another 2-5 back to 1. So the tune repeats itself. It's actually not very difficult. At the end, you have a 3, 6, 2, 5 turnaround. And that's pretty much There Will Be Another You. So there's a lot of different recordings of the song, but some popular recordings that come to mind. There's a really great one by Woody Shaw, There Will Never Be Another You. There's a live version of Sonny Rollins playing There Will Never Be Another You. Chet Baker sings There Will Never Be Another You is a really good version for you to check out. When I'm learning a jazz standard, the first thing I want to do is just to be able to outline the chords like this, like just like the blues, you know, play the diatonic 7ths. after you can do that, you can start running the diatonic scales, and then eventually you'll be able to play a solo that sounds something like this. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope this video was helpful in helping you learn your first jazz standard, There Will Never Be Another You. And I'm going to be posting a lot more content on how to learn different tunes. So this is the first one of this series. And if you liked it, please give a like or subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.